healthy skin. And Johnson's pH 5.5 2-in-1 shower gel respects this pH. Its moisturizers leave our skin feeling healthy and as soft as if we'd used a lotion. Johnson's pH 5.5. We are all pH 5.5.
When you're tempted by something particularly tasty, a wee small voice usually says,
Naughty?
well, McVitie's have had a brilliant new idea. Using all their baking know-how, they've come up with an altogether healthier approach. Go ahead. Baked potato chips, fruity things, biscuits, fruit, chocolate and cheesecakes, up to 97% fat-free. So go ahead with McVitie's.
It's a funny old world, brought to you by Fanta. For the people of Bongabong, the endless stockpiling of their anti-aging mud was a necessary but tedious pursuit. Until one day, an orange truck looking for Switzerland made an unscheduled stop. Using a special effect, the extremely friendly truck driver introduced them to a sparkling orange drink encased in metal and agreed with one 98-year-old to trade it for the secret of his youthful complexion. Overnight, Bongabong was a mass of mobile phones, rollerblades and baguettes. And the truck driver never did find Switzerland. Fanta, welcome to the world.
Miss Millie's Fried Chicken bring you the mega meal deal for two. 6 pieces of chicken, 2 large portions of chips, only $4.99. Miss Millie's, great chicken, great value.
Some thoughts on, should I sleep with it or not?
This is a big question.
I mean, how long can you really wear
A tampon? Overnight? All night?
How many hours is okay?
It says here my Tampax tampon can be worn overnight.
An expert review of independent research says that tampons can be worn day or night for up to 8 hours.
That's reassuring.
So I can wear Tampax overnight.
Without losing any sleep.
But do I have to go to bed? Tampax. Women know.
Find love on the phone. Call the Singles Network on 0891 808 808.
The new Aquafresh Flex Direct. It has a unique ball joint that helps the brush head to get to those hard-to-reach places. And it's got a flexible neck that makes it so gentle on your gums. The new Aquafresh Flex Direct. For a gentle all-round clean, be more flexible.
You're watching HTV. Now from the studios of ITN, the latest news headlines.
A 26-year-old man will appear before magistrates in Bolton this morning, charged with the murder of Dylan Hull. 5-year-old Dylan was shot dead in Bolton last week in what's thought to have been a drugs-related feud. Dylan's stepfather was also shot in the incident. Dodi Al-Fayed, the man romantically linked to Princess Diana, says he'll fight any lawsuit brought against him by a former girlfriend. Canadian model Kelly Fisher claims Mr. Al-Fayed was engaged to her while he was on holiday with the princess. She has sold her story to a British newspaper. Meanwhile, Diana has flown off for another cruise with a girlfriend. The National Trust is preparing to take court action against members of a German religious sect still occupying a beach in Cornwall. Notices have been served on some 30 sect members who descended on the environmentally sensitive beach at Low Bar near Helston at the beginning of the month. The crew of the Russian space station Mir are preparing for what's been described as the toughest repair job in history. The 2 cosmonauts and British-born astronaut Michael Foale spent about 45 minutes travelling around Mir in a Soyuz spacecraft to examine the punctured hull. That's it. I'll be back with more news later.
Sundays on HTV, discover the world's most remote places and strangest creatures. The award-winning Survival Special every Sunday at 6:30 on HTV.
「 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . .
「 .
.
watching HTV.
Can I drive?
Not yet.
Beautiful scenery. Pity you're missing it.
I'm really happy. This is great.
Maybe it's the performance of its 16-valve Ecotec engine, its superb manoeuvrability and car-like handling. But everyone wants to drive the Sintra, Vauxhall's new MPV.
So when can I drive?
The new Sintra. To drive it is to love it.
If you ever get the chance.
Bums. Weirdos. What does she want to go to New York for?
Furthest Mum's ever been is New Malden.
She doesn't even like heights.
I think I'm really lost. Is that it up there? I think it's up there.
Take the 5th Avenue bus.
Caused quite a stir down the club.
It's her money. She can do what she likes with it.
Good looking out, baby. I feel better already. Your city's turned me into a shopaholic. I got the flavour.
I love New York. I'll give you all love New York.
Taxi! Have a nice day now.
Whatever you've set your heart on, make sure you've got MasterCard in your corner.
Sometimes things can weigh on your mind. That's when, from time to time, some of us just can't sleep. But don't worry. Nitol can gently help you fall fast asleep. And when the morning comes, you'll have an appetite for the day ahead. Good mornings follow a good Nitol.
When the pain of trapped wind leaves you really uncomfortable, traditional antacids aren't designed to deal with it. Settlers Windies is. It's a new chewable tablet that's specially formulated to gently disperse trapped wind without embarrassment. New Settlers Windies. Express relief from the pain of trapped wind.
Three million cats already enjoy Felix. Come on, don't let your cat miss out.
You're feeling relaxed, yet focused. Good. Now taste the power of chocolate and caramel. New Galaxy Caramel Swirls. You're drooling with desire. Wipe your chin. You'll find lots of Galaxy Swirls in a lovely gift bag, and you'll send them all to me. You like to give prezzies. Galaxy Caramel Swirls. Give in. When you awake, you'll need to run an errand.
Being single has never been so much fun. Lines are open 24 hours, so call the Singles Network on 0891 61 61 61.
You were always on my mind. Mercy, look what just walked through that door.
When you're tempted by something particularly tasty, a wee small voice usually says,
Naughty?
Well, McVitie's have had a brilliant new idea. Using all their baking know-how, they've come up with an altogether healthier approach. Go ahead. Baked potato chips, fruity things, biscuits, fruit chocolate and cheesecakes, up to 97% fat-free. So go ahead with McVitie's.
Sometimes the droughts here are very bad. The search for water is never ending. In the heat of the day, my father digs in the dried out waterhole, looking for toads. When he has one, he will squeeze out the liquid and drink it. But then, Dad never was the sharpest tool in the box.
You're watching HTV.
is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you.
There is hope.
Why suffer cold sores? Treating early with Zavirax may shorten the attack or even stop cold sores appearing. Zavirax Cold Sore Cream. It really works.
Does your sleep pattern sometimes get disturbed? Sleepier. Sleepier can help you drift off to a good night's sleep and wake up feeling refreshed. Sleepier helps restore your natural sleep pattern.
PetSmart was incredible. We walked inside, I was treated like one of the family. They've got everything for pets, even our own health care. And the kids loved it, because there's so much to keep them amused. Exotic birds, fish, cuddly bunnies, which gave Mum and Dad a chance to take advantage of PetSmart's prices, like Butcher's at 41p a can, and Felix at 44p.
Felix! I love Felix!
You'd never guess.
PetSmart, where pets are family.
Find love on the phone. Call the Singles Network on 0891 808 808.
Pink? Coral pink? It's like a big pink blancmange.
59 caddy, a real Elvis job.
I wouldn't be seen dead in it.
It needs a bit of work, like, you know.
Tony, it's disgusting.
Dad said I'll have to buy a petrol station to go with this. I think he might be right.
I don't know where we've gone wrong with that lad.
I'm waiting until he tries to get parts for it.
There's this bloke in Cincinnati.
Hi, Daddy, Daddy.
Yeah, all right, I'm after a rear tail light. I am, Elvis Jr.
Who was this Elvis bloke anyway?
Whatever you've set your heart on, make sure you've got MasterCard in your corner.
Isn't it funny how when your mates drop by for a beer is all you've got? That's why Asda sell multi-packs of exclusive authentic beers from America, Germany, France, 11 different countries. Very different countries. With more multi-packs of authentic foreign beers than any other supermarket and 12,000 prices checked every week, you know you're getting our best value weekly shop. Permanently low prices forever. That's Asda price.
Being single has never been so much fun. Lines are open 24 hours, so call the Singles Network on 0891 61 61 61.
You said if you could find a white man with a Negro sound and feel, you could make yourself $1 billion.
Here I am. This is Elvis, Saturday 3:05 on HTV.
It's feature film time on HTV.
When you're tempted by something particularly tasty, a wee small voice usually says,
Naughty?
Well, McVitie's have had a brilliant new idea. Using all their baking know-how, they've come up with an altogether healthy... Go ahead. Baked potato chips, fruity things, biscuits, fruit, chocolate and cheesecakes, up to 97% fat-free. So go ahead with McVitie's.
Now's the time to start filling in your tax return form. That way, if you get a bit lost, you'll have more time to get any help you might need from your tax office, who will be happy to steer you in the right direction.
Find love on the phone. Call the Singles Network on 0891 808 808.
Gezu, gezu, gezu. Minu, Minu.
The new Renault Megane Scenic.
Right now, there's up to 50% off at the MFI Homework Sale. This 8-cabinet Oakland kitchen, including extractor, hob, oven, and dishwasher, is under £700. So get down to MFI Homeworks now.
Being single has never been so much fun. Lines are open 24 hours, so call the Singles Network on 0891 61 61 61.
At Specsavers Opticians, we know your first visit can be a bit scary. So we like to make you feel welcome. A full eye examination, a choice from a wide range of frames, and with your child's NHS allowance at Specsavers, all this is absolutely free. Specsavers Opticians. Now you can believe your eyes.
You're feeling relaxed, yet focused. Good. Now taste the power of chocolate and caramel. New Galaxy Caramel Swirls. You're drooling with desire. Wipe your chin. You'll find lots of Galaxy Swirls in a lovely gift bag, and you'll send them all to me. You like to give prezzies. Galaxy Caramel Swirls. Give in. When you awake, you'll need to run an errand.
HTV. We're here to serve.
Good evening, this is HTV.
Saturday night entertainment on HTV. It's magic, she's Sabrina. It's fun, it's being together, it's romantic, it's love me do. He's big, they're talented, what a show. HTV, what a Saturday night.
The big talent show.
The big talent show, Saturdays on HTV.
You're watching HTV.
At Specsavers Opticians, we know your first visit can be a bit scary. So we like to make you feel welcome. A full eye examination, a choice from a wide range of frames, and with your child's NHS allowance at Specsavers, all this is absolutely free. Specsavers Opticians. Now you can believe your eyes.
Some thoughts on should I sleep with it or not?
This is a big question.
I mean, how long can you really wear
A tampon.
overnight?
All night.
How many hours is okay?
It says here my Tampax tampon can be worn overnight.
An expert review of independent research says that tampons can be worn day or night for up to 8 hours.
That's reassuring.
So I can wear Tampax overnight.
Without losing any sleep.
But do I have to go to bed? Tampax. Women know.
This is Mrs. Glover's hat. When she goes gardening, so does the hat. When she goes to church, so does the hat. When she watches Formula One, the hat stays put. Guess Mrs. Glover's hat can't have everything.
HTV. We're here to serve.
You're watching HTV.
From the studios of ITN, the news with Tim Wilcox.
Good morning. The headlines. A man is to appear in court charged with murdering 5-year-old Dylan Hull. Members of a German religious sect occupy a Cornish beach. And New York police are under investigation after a savage sexual assault. A man is due in court in Bolton this morning charged with the murder of 5-year-old Dylan Hull. Dylan was gunned down outside his home as he walked with his stepfather last week. This from Linda Kennedy in Bolton.
9 days after the death of Dylan Hull, a man has been charged with his murder. The 26-year-old, who hasn't been named, comes from Bolton. He was one of 3 people arrested when police raided a terraced house on Wednesday night. The address just half a mile from the scene of the fatal shooting. The 2 other men who were arrested in the raid have been released on police bail pending further inquiries. Schoolboy Dylan died after he was hit in the head by a bullet when he went to buy a bottle of lemonade near his home in Bolton. The attack happened as he walked from local shops down this alley with his stepfather, John Bates. Mr. Bates was also shot. He was wounded in the stomach but survived. A huge search for Dylan's killer was launched, with police search teams hunting for clues in Bolton. Detectives believe the shooting to be drugs-related and were looking for a gunman in a crash helmet who'd arrived in this yellow Metro and opened fire. It emerged later that Dylan's mother, Jane Hull, was warned by a judge last year to protect her son from the world of drugs after she'd allowed Dylan's stepfather to set up deals from their home. She'd also fallen out with her family over their concern on her drugs habit. Greater Manchester police said the man would appear in front of magistrates charged with Dylan's murder and the attempted murder of his stepfather.
Dodi Fayed, the man romantically linked to Princess Diana, says he will fight any lawsuit brought against him by a former girlfriend. Now, Californian model Kelly Fisher, who claims she was engaged to Mr. Fayed while he was on holiday with the princess, has sold her story to the Sun newspaper. Meanwhile, Princess Diana has gone on another cruise, her third in a month. This time it's Greece with a girlfriend. It's reported she flew to Athens in a Harrods jet. It's reported this morning that Nick Brown, the chief whip investigating the circumstances surrounding the suicide of MP Gordon McMaster, will recommend that Labour MP Tommy Graham be disciplined by the party. Mr. Graham was one of 2 Labour politicians named in Mr. McMaster's suicide note. He was accused of orchestrating a whispering campaign against the MP. It's also been revealed that Strathclyde police investigating allegations against the Govan MP, Mohammed Sarwar, have completed their inquiry and sent a file to the prosecutor fiscal, who will decide if there are grounds for a prosecution. The National Trust is to take further legal action against members of a German religious sect who are occupying a beach in Cornwall. The group set up a camp at Low Bar earlier this month. An eviction notice was served and those who refused to leave were arrested. Now the sect has returned, vowing to stay until the 3 members who were arrested are released from prison. Claire Cross has the story.
They call themselves the Society for Understanding Among Nations. The German evangelists say they were sent to this Cornish beach by God and are defying attempts by the National Trust to evict them. They set up this campsite at Low Bar near Porthleven on August the 2nd. Now some of them are spending the weekend behind bars.
Sometimes life has higher laws.
And you are above the law?
No, but God.
God is above the law?
Above laws that human beings have created, yes, sometimes.
As it happened, there was an off-duty German policeman on holiday down there last week who saw what was going on, and he said they'd have been given very much shorter shrift if they were doing this in Germany.
The trouble began when 23 of the group's vehicles were moved on by police. Ditches were dug to prevent their return, but the visitors filled them in and came back. A number of campers were arrested and 6 appeared before Truro magistrates. 3 have been remanded in custody. During the hearing, protesters were ejected from the court for singing and shouting. Now the remaining groups say they are staying put until their friends are released, but they won't be unless they pay their fines for trespass. The National Trust hopes the group will move off the beach and head for the ferries this weekend before Monday's eviction hearing. Claire Cross, ITN.
Investors are facing an anxious weekend following a slump on the world stock markets. Shares in some of Britain's biggest companies suffered dramatic falls. The FT 100 share index was down 125 points, its biggest drop for 5 years. But City analysts say this isn't the start of a 1987-style crash. Fears are growing that Asfordby Pit in Leicestershire could be facing closure with the loss of 500 jobs. The super pit, which cost £100 million to develop, has been plagued by geological problems since it opened 2 years ago. Union leaders, who are due to meet management on Monday, say the coalface is now flooded and they fear closure is inevitable. Public confidence in police in the United States has suffered another blow. An investigation has been launched into a brutal sexual assault on a suspect at a Brooklyn police station. So far, 1 officer has been arrested and suspended from the force, and another put on restricted duty for an attack on a 30-year-old Haitian man. This from Jonathan Hawker.
In a critical but stable condition, Abner Louima, of Haitian origin but now living legally in the United States. He has injuries to his intestines and his bladder. He was sexually assaulted by officers at a New York police station, he says. A toilet plunger was used in the attack, prompted, he believes, by racism.
It's a lot of things, stupid nigga.
He was racially insulted, he says, told he had to learn to respect cops. New York's mayor, normally quick to defend his police officers, is calling for the assailants to be dismissed.
If you really are a police officer of the city of New York, if you really understand what it means to be a police officer, if you really understand what it means to protect the lives of other people, then you will be among the most revulsed and repulsed by what happened here.
One officer, Justin Volpe, has been arrested on charges of sexual abuse and assault. At least 1 other was involved in the attack. The police's Internal Affairs Department is at the station investigating reports that Mr. Louima's plight was ignored for the hour and a half he was left without medical treatment.
This event makes me fairly angry. Angry for what's happened to Mr. Louima, but also angry at the blemish that it places on the majority of police officers who do their job very well every day.
The incident has renewed America's memories of the attack on Rodney King by police in Los Angeles 6 years ago. 2 officers were jailed as a result of this, but only after the rioting which followed their acquittal in an earlier trial. In New York, where Amnesty International says police assaults on blacks and Hispanics has risen sharply, the reaction to Mr. Luima's injuries is one of revulsion.
I felt disgusted. I feel that there's a rash of police brutality happening and there's no end in sight. This could have been my brother, it could have been a family member of mine.
And I figured all this racism stuff would be over by now, but I see it's not.
Mr. Luima is now under police protection because of threats to his life.
The crew of the Russian space station Mir are preparing for what's been described as the toughest repair job in history. The 2 cosmonauts and British-born astronaut Michael Foale spent about 45 minutes travelling around Mir in a Soyuz spacecraft to examine the punctured hull. Howell Jones reports from Mission Control.
Before the repair comes the reconnaissance. Today, the men on Mir took a close look at the scale of the damage that they'll have to deal with. Mission Control guided Mir's new crewmen through their first big test. Previous pictures showed the damage done by a docking which went wrong, but the crew needed a more detailed look at the state of the space station. The 3 crewmen made their 45-minute flight inside the Soyuz capsule. They undocked from the aging Kvant module and then moved 70 meters out into space, maneuvering past the damaged Spectre module. The British-born astronaut Michael Foale videotaped the damage to help them plan repairs. Finally, they docked at the far end of Mir. Dr. Foale is hoping to make a spacewalk during Mir's repair, always a potentially hazardous exercise. His father, at home in Cambridge, says Dr. Foale simply can't wait.
He is always very keen to reach out and do the maximum that he is allowed to do. I don't think he enjoys courting danger, again, as such, but certainly in the space business, he wants to go out there.
Back at Mission Control, they rounded off the reconnaissance flight by adding a scaled-down Soyuz to a model of Mir, saying if only it was this easy in space. On Sunday, the cosmonauts will try docking a supply ship with Mir, a routine procedure, but the one which led to the damaging collision 2 months ago.
Though there's a wide range of stories on the front pages this morning, many choose the same front page photograph, showing Princess Diana leaving her London gym yesterday morning. Princess flies to Greece for 3rd cruise in a month, says The Telegraph. The paper comments that with a stream of stories about Dodi Fayed's romantic past gathering pace, the relationship may be cooling. The Mirror takes the opposite line, reporting that Diana is still besotted with the 41-year-old son of the Harrods boss. The Times leads with the last-minute rush for free courses by students, with universities reporting an unprecedented scramble for places. Alongside that story, it reports the case of the woman stockbroker, jailed yesterday for exploding with road rage and running down a cyclist who clipped the wing mirror of her car. The Mail and the Express both devote their front pages to the case, a moment's road rage madness, they say, costing the £60,000 a year professional her liberty. Cancer test offers lifeline for women is one of the Guardian's headlines. The paper quoting scientists as saying the new tests could save thousands. Below that, it reports that Michael Portillo, the former Tory Defence Secretary, has ruled out leading the Conservative Party for good and is not even thinking of standing for Parliament in the next general election. The paper says he fancies the showmanship of a career in TV instead. It's now 17 minutes to 6. You're watching the morning news from ITN. Coming up, it's 20 years since Elvis died. Fans all over the world remember the King. Join us again after the break.
Isn't it funny how you can never tell how a wine will go down? That's why at Asda you can try before you buy. Just pop along any Friday or Saturday and sample our special selection. You'll also find a permanent choice of more than 100 wines from around the world at under £3 a bottle. And with 12,000 prices checked every week,
You know you're getting our best value weekly shop. Permanently low prices, forever. That's Asda Price.
If you break another country's laws, you'll answer for those crimes abroad. The British consul will help you. We can visit you in prison, but we can't get you out. So stay legal, or you could find yourself having the holiday of a lifetime.
Welcome back to ITN's Morning News. Today's top story. A man is due in court in Bolton this morning, charged with the murder of 5-year-old Dylan Hull. A man and a woman are being questioned by police today over a road rage attack in which a motorist was stabbed and kicked unconscious. The 35-year-old man was knifed twice in the back of the head in the attack, which took place at Swanscombe in Kent. Police are hunting a third suspect. The victim has since been discharged from hospital. In America, one crime is becoming so serious that lawmakers in Louisiana have come up with a drastic solution. Victims of carjacking have been told if you're attacked, it's okay to shoot your assailant. From the United States, Helen Wright reports.
Let's go to the playground! Let's go to the playground!
Police chase a carjacker. It's a crime so common in Louisiana that officers in New Orleans are called to at least 2 incidents every week. To try and solve the problem, the state has introduced a self-defense law that goes further than any other. It means from today, anyone who tries to take a car can legally be shot and even killed.
You don't have to ask them why they're grabbing your door. You don't have to ask them why they are approaching you with a gun aimed at you. You can return open fire before they do.
Under the new law, a motorist has to be sitting in their car and believe they're about to be harmed before they can use what it describes as deadly force. But even someone just passing by can be shot if the driver believes they're going to force their way in.
Many motorists in Louisiana already carry guns in their cars. The law's been welcomed by them and by victims of carjacking.
Carjacking is not going away. In fact, it is so prevalent in the New Orleans area that we need to do something to show criminals that there are consequences and serious consequences to their actions. And in this situation, the consequence is death.
But its critics fear innocent people will be killed because of the law.
They'll have a child walking up to a car with a silver object in their hand, which is a squeegee. And a child could potentially be considered to be using force, and you could kill a child.
Under the legislation, drivers will have to have a special permit allowing them to have a gun hidden in their car. At least 40,000 people are expected to apply.
The Ministry of Defence has confirmed that plans are under consideration to change the ceremonial uniform of the Household Cavalry, the regiments which guard the Queen. The Lifeguards and the Blues and Royals are famous.
The manager continues to enjoy the complete confidence of the City Ball.
When circumstances change, Rover commitment comes into play, because only with Rover dealers, if you return your new Rover within 30 days or 1,000 miles, you can have a full refund. Or alternatively,
One more shot.
you can swap it
Listen, you must be my boy. It's a strike here, mate.
for something more suitable.
Right now at Argos, there are hundreds and hundreds of new products at the most amazing prices. Personal stereos, cameras, jewellery, dining suites, Batman toys, microsystem shavers, CD-ROMs, watches, mobile phones, irons, hairdryers, sofas, baby bouncers, Action Men toys, Barbie skating gear and a whole lot more. To find out why they're going so fast, pick up the new Argos catalogue now. Argos takes care of it.
People keep telling me why they like Kellogg's Fruit and Fibre so much. For some, it's Kellogg's Light, whole wheat flakes. Some like the more banana-y taste. Some find their apples beyond temptation. For others, it's the way it makes them feel! For me, I just like the taste.
Kellogg's Fruit and Fibre. You'll feel as good as it tastes.
Time to get it up your chest, Mrs. Holmes. Where were you at the time of the murder of your husband, Bob? A sexually insatiable adulteress, yes. The murderer? No. A member of the public identified the real killer. The murderer's name is...
Sometimes things can weigh on your mind. That's when, from time to time, some of us just can't sleep. But don't worry. Nitol can gently help you fall fast asleep. And when the morning comes, you'll have an appetite for the day ahead. Good mornings follow a good Nitol.
When the pain of trapped wind leaves you really uncomfortable, traditional antacids aren't designed to deal with it. Settlers Windies is. It's a new chewable tablet that's specially formulated to gently disperse trapped wind without embarrassment. New Settlers Windies. Express relief from the pain of trapped wind.
Now a new surprise from Viennetta. Soft ice cream and crunchy biscuit. Biscuit sensation Viennetta. New from Wool's.
Pink? Coral pink? It's like a big pink blancmange.
59 caddy, a real Elvis job.
I wouldn't be seeing Dad in it.
It needs a bit of work, like, you know.
Tony, it's disgusting.
Dad said he'll have to buy a petrol station to go with this. I think he might be right.
I don't know where we've gone wrong with that lad.
I'm waiting until he tries to get parts for it.
There's this bloke in Cincinnati.
Hi, Caddy Daddy.
Yeah, all right, I'm after a rear tail light. I am, Elvis Jr.
Who was this Elvis bloke anyway?
Whatever you've set your heart on, make sure you've got MasterCard in your corner.
Being single has never been so much fun. Lines are open 24 hours, so call the Singles Network on 0891 61 61 61.
Argos has hundreds of new products like personal stereos, cameras, jewellery, dining suites, microsystem shavers, hairdryers, watches, toys, and a whole lot more. To find out why they're going so fast, pick up the new Argos catalogue now.
Elvis there in a bit of a tearjerker. Our date with Elvis continues after the break with an exclusive opportunity to see the alternative Aloha concert from 1973, plus John Carpenter's epic TV movie simply titled Elvis, and starring Kurt Russell as Elvis and Shelley Winters in the role of his doting mother, Gladys.
New paints just won't do.
Look at this.
Bleach will fix it.
What? Bleach on wool?
Don't worry, it's new Ace, the safest type of bleach for all your laundry.
This is subtle hints of autumn. This is the Rachel look. Is this diet?
New Diet Pepsi. You won't believe it's diet either.
I'm getting no response.
The Haunting, Drayton Manor Park, where everything is one long scream.
know why I use Persil? The non-bio one. David. He's only 3, but believe me, reasons don't come any bigger. When he was born, I used it because his skin was soft and delicate. Unlike him. But now, I use it because it even copes with the world-class muck magnet that he is. He's put us through the mill for 3 years, but I still wouldn't put his things through anything else.
Persil, the original non-bio.
Find love on the phone. Call the Singles Network on 0891 808 808.
How do Birdseye cram so much potato into Hungry Joe's?
Well, I'd use a plunger.
Actually, we shred them.
I'm not a potato.
And then we stuff them into a crispy crumb.
I'm a carrot.
Birdseye's huge Hungry Joe's are packed with real potato and onion. Good news for big appetites.
And I'm not an onion neither.
From public performance between 61 and 69, when he did return, he still managed to dazzle the world. Even when his latter performances began to lose their lustre and his health was visibly deteriorating, his audiences were still ecstatic. Now, one of the most famous shows was when he played the Aloha from Hawaii at the Honolulu International Center Arena on January the 14th, 1973. It made television history, was broadcast live by satellite and viewed simultaneously by more than 1 billion people in over 40 countries around the world. It was at this concert that Elvis first performed My Way, the Paul Anka-penned Frank Sinatra hit. On January the 12th, 2 days prior to this concert, Elvis performed a complete untelevised rehearsal for the show in front of a packed auditorium. It was after seeing the footage from the rehearsal show that Elvis decided to cut and restyle his hair for the satellite broadcast. The difference in his appearance provides a basis for Elvis anoraks throughout the world. Of the Cooley Cancer Fund. Cooley was the Hawaiian composer responsible for writing the Elvis classic I'll Remember You, who died of cancer in 1966. There was no set ticket price for either performance. Instead, audience the first time ever on British television, here's a chance to see the King in full swing as he performs his greatest hits in alternative Aloha.
Strong, thick Domestos can now be mountain fresh, glacier fresh, or even new citrus fresh. Knock 'em dead. Domestos kills all known germs. Dead.
More good hair days are possible when you use new formula organic shampoo and conditioner together to give deep shine and amazing body. New formula organic shampoo plus conditioner equals more good hair days.
When I got rid of my grey hair, I wanted a natural look, so I didn't take any chances. I used a sure thing for a natural look, 5-minute Just for Men.
Apply Just for Men and in 5 minutes rinse. Especially timed to blend away grey, bring back your natural look, and condition hair.
It's a sure thing.
Just for Men, a sure thing for a natural look.
Men, is grey hair in your moustache making you look too old? You need Just for Men gel. Brush in, rinse out. Grey's gone in just 5 minutes.
Dolmio stir-in sauce. You spend less time making it, so you can spend more time enjoying it. Dolmio stir-in sauce.
You may be confident about those whites, but what about close-up? We're making the challenge even tougher. It's the new Dad's close-up challenge.
Hello, darling.
How are you?
Oh, no, I'm not having that.
Did you use Dad's?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, no, I'm going to ask you then, don't you?
Yeah, I've done a whitewash. Want to get it?
Yeah, please do. Yeah, we'll wait here for you.
And shirt,
Uh-huh.
grease round the collar, tin grind it. It's always round the neck, isn't it? And you want to bring an house, get nice and white. For the price of that, it's brilliant.
You prepared to show that shirt to our close-up camera?
There you go, not a mark.
Well, you can't get whiter than that. Would your whites pass the Dad's close-up challenge? Diane's have. Let's hear it for Diane, everybody. Woo!
Being single has never been so much fun. Lines are open 24 hours, so call the Singles Network on 0891 61 61 61.
Because Kellogg's All-Bran is now even better, we're calling it Kellogg's All-Bran Plus. It's now the only cereal with added calcium and vitamin C and E. Plus calcium to help build healthy bones. Plus vitamin C to help sustain a healthy immune system. Plus vitamin E to help maintain a healthy heart. Which altogether leaves you feeling on top of the world! Kellogg's All-Bran Plus, a better way to help you stay healthy on the inside.
The true taste of fresh bananas is captured in new Carte d'Or banana ice cream. Carte d'Or. Tasting is believing.
Take one house. Add 1 tin of Saddle-in Rapid Quick Dry Wood Stain and apply to wood with a brush. Now pop yourself indoors and open a tin of Saddle-in Rapid Quick Dry Varnish in a shade chosen to taste. Apply to doors, dado rails and banisters. Wash up in water, leave for about an hour, then sit back and enjoy for years. Saddle-in Rapid Quick Dry Wood Stain and Varnish, every wood's favorite ingredient.
What would you do if your child swallowed white spirit?
Don't let her have anything to drink.
Put him upside down and shake him upside down.
I can't remember.
Make the child sick. Stick my fingers down the throat.
Make sure you know what to do in a crisis. Norwich Union are offering 3,000 free first aid courses run by St John Ambulance in your area.
I'd give her a cup of water and take her straight to hospital in the car.
Norwich Union. No one protects more.
Sometimes things can weigh on your mind. That's when, from time to time, some of us just can't sleep. But don't worry. Nitol can gently help you fall fast asleep. And when the morning comes, you'll have an appetite for the day ahead. Good mornings follow a good Nitol.
When the pain of trapped wind leaves you really uncomfortable, traditional antacids aren't designed to deal with it. Settlers Windies is. It's a new chewable tablet that's specially formulated to gently disperse trapped wind without embarrassment. New Settlers Windies. Express relief from the pain of trapped wind.
Find love on the phone. Call the Singles Network on 0891 808 808.
It's hard for girls these days. They don't know how to behave.
There was only one sort of woman went in pubs in my day.
Do we call it special? Kellogg's Special K. Stay special.
Strong, thick Domestos can now be mountain fresh, glacier fresh, or even new citrus fresh. Knock 'em dead. Domestos kills all known germs. Dead.
Every year, over 25,000 adults aged between 20 and 49 die. Many have young children. Imagine the difference £50,000 could make to your family if the worst happened to you or your partner. With Cornhill Direct's Family Cover Plan, your family could benefit from up to £50,000 of life cover when they need it most. Call 0800 44 66 44 now and we'll send you a free information pack. The plan is a 10-year life insurance policy for anyone aged between 20 and 49. Premiums start from as little as £8 per month. That's £50,000 for the equivalent of just 26 pence per day. And we pay half the benefit immediately if you're diagnosed as terminally ill after the first year. Both you and your partner can take out separate plans for real protection against the unexpected. There's no obligation to buy and no salesman will call. Make sure your family's protected. Call 0800 44 66 44. That's 0800 44 66 44. Call now.
Now a new surprise from Viennetta. Soft ice cream and crunchy biscuit. Biscuit sensation Viennetta. New from Wool's.
Good of Luigi to lend us his van.
Hope the school appreciate it.
I can tell you do.
Oh, can't judge a fancy dress like this.
Come on, I've got my surf.
We're gonna be late. Hold this. As far as I go.
You surf. It's been improved. Even tough chocolate stains are easy now. And you won't need leavers money back guarantee. Just the surf.
Fancy a choco ice?
You get worse.
Never mind, surf gets better.
Being single has never been so much fun. Lines are open 24 hours, so call the Singles Network on 0891 61 61 61.
What a gig. Elvis wearing his famous American Eagle jumpsuit there, which I believe was made especially for the Aloha shows. We'll be back after the break with our second movie, Elvis, telling the story of the King's life from the cradle to the grave and made a year after his untimely death. The movie was well received by critics and gave American TV network ABC their biggest ratings of all time. Don't go anywhere.
Buongiorno figlia mia, tutto questo sarà tuo.
Buongiorno figlia mia, tutto questo sarà tuo. Buongiorno figlio mio, tutto questo sarà tuo.
One reason people live longer in the Mediterranean is their diet. Fresh fish, vegetables and olive oil.
Buongiorno figli miei.
Olivio spread, made with the oil of age-old olive groves.
Right now at Argos, there are hundreds and hundreds of new products at the most amazing prices. Personal stereos, cameras, jewellery, dining suites, Batman toys, microsystem shavers, CD-ROMs, watches, mobile phones, irons, hairdryers, sofas, baby bouncers, Action Men toys, Barbie skating gear and a whole lot more. To find out why they're going so fast, pick up the new Argos catalogue now. Argos takes care of it.
With new organic shampoo, you get Organics conditioner free. So you can have more good hair days for less.
If you suffer pain at night and so have trouble getting to sleep, this is for you. New Panadol Night, the first and only painkiller to promise strong pain relief combined with a gentle sleep aid that will help you rest peacefully. And so, wake feeling good. New Panadol Night, like an elephant, strong yet gentle. Have a great day.
Some thoughts on, should I sleep with it or not?
This is a big question.
I mean, how long can you really wear
A tampon.
overnight?
All night?
How many hours is okay?
It says here my Tampax tampon can be worn overnight.
An expert review of independent research says that tampons can be worn day or night for up to 8 hours.
That's reassuring.
So I can wear Tampax overnight without losing any sleep.
But do I have to go to bed? Tampax. Women know.
I find that soap can really dry your skin out. I wasn't expecting great things from Dove. I used Dove for 7 days. I was really, really surprised. I was waiting for that tight feeling to come and it just didn't.
Dove not only cleans but actively moisturizes. It won't dry your skin like soap can.
It's very creamy, it's very luxurious to use. It makes my skin feel really soft and glowing.
For softer, smoother skin, take the Dove 7-day test.
My boyfriend proposed to me this week.
At our health farm, we're only satisfied when our guests look totally refreshed. So I want to make sure everything is perfect, especially the towels and the bathrobes which they wear.